here's our task for today, to create a presentation file of the part shown in class, the cylinder with the two covers. And let's see what it looks like. We can see how the two cylinder covers fit over top of the cylinder. Now, one bit of warning when making this animation presentation file is that it runs in the background and sometimes works and sometimes does not. Generally, they'll usually take somewhere between 5 to 10 minutes for a short presentation file. If you have a large file, it could take longer. That file was 101 kilobytes and only 4 seconds long, and it took about 5 minutes for it to build. Looks like nothing was working for a while. So beware of that. In this video, we will learn how to create an assembly file and a presentation file, which will use the assembly and show how all the parts come together in your project. So I'm going to look at an example CO2 car presentation video that was made from an assembly. So you can see how here the axles going in and the wheels come together. So the presentation file shows how all the parts in your product come together. With this presentation file, you will also make drawings showing the names of the parts and eventually a schematic diagram showing dimensions on how to build your model. The example we're going to use is going to be a lot easier because this is the first step, and there's lots of different ways in making a presentation file and setting up an assembly. And I'm just going to go through some basics, and you can look through some of the videos on the website and get some advanced ideas. So let's start. On Schoology, you should find two parts for this project. One would be a simple cylinder, and another will be a cover for the cylinder. Be sure to save the two files in the same folder, and possibly in the same folder in which you made your other trial parts for this class. So let's start making an assembly. So here up above, New, Assembly. So we're going to want to place those parts in the main frame. So I want to find them. So I've got a cylinder cover and a cylinder. So I'll start with the cylinder. And I'm going to put it in the middle, and when I click, it kind of fits there. And I can also put multiple cylinders down if I wanted to use more than one. So I don't want more than one. I'm going to hit the escape key to make that go away. I'm going to go ahead and change my view and place my other part. That would be the cover for the cylinder. And I want two pieces because I have a top and a bottom, but I don't need to make another part. I'll just flip and rotate the cover in one of them. So I got two. I don't need a third, so I'm going to hit the escape key to get rid of that extra. Now when I take a look at it, here's the little hole in which the cylinder is going to go in, and on the other side I can't see the hole, but it's I'm going to go to this free rotate tool, click on that part, and go ahead and rotate it by 180 degrees. And now when I look on the other side, I can see that there's an opening on each side of the cover that goes to the cylinder. Now, when I make this assembly and presentation file, I'd like the cylinder to not move with respect to all the other parts. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit the escape key to get rid of that free rotate is I'm going to ground the cylinder. So now I right-clicked, and I'm going to choose grounded from the cylinder. So now when I try to move it, it doesn't move. I try to rotate it, can't rotate it, but I can rotate these parts. I can move these parts. Okay, so now I want to fit the hole in the cover over the cylinder. Now I could do that manually, but I'm going to make a constraint instead, force it to kind of insert into each other. So I'm going to click insert, and now I need to choose what I'm inserting in. So I got this face. Now notice, be careful if there's an arrow showing and not a rotation, because I don't want this to rotate. I want it to fit straight over that axis. So I'm going to click on that, and I want the back circle so that that front face aligns with the rear face inside this part. But again, ooh, look at that. Puts itself right on there. That's pretty nice. Now I'm going to do the same. I'm going to hit apply so it sticks. And do it again to the other. Constrain. Here, insert. You can look at what these other ones would do. Mate next to each other. You can force an angle. You can force touching tangent to each other. And there's a lot of things that you can do with rotation and constraints. But all I want to do here is just a simple starting point. So I'm going to hit start that over again. Click too many buttons. So I'm going to go insert. And again, I'm going to go with that top face along with the bottom. All right. Hit apply. And now I'm ready. Now if I try to move these, there's a rubber band trying to keep them together or something. You see how they're kind of constrained, attempted to be constrained together. I'm going to go back so I don't have that, lose that. Okay, now I'm ready to make my presentation file. So I'm going to go new, presentation, and I'm going to want to place my assembly file that I just made into the presentation. Click OK. So there's my assembly file. I want the top piece to go up and the bottom piece to go down. And let's see, I'm going to tweak the component. The top piece to go up looks like vertical is the y-axis. I'm going to click on the part, click on the axis, and I want it to go up about 20 millimeters. The part is about 15 millimeters in length. That should be enough. So let's see, go make that go up. And I'm going to hit close and do another one just in case they're not attached. Tweak again. Now I want the bottom part to go down. So I'm clicking on the part, going Y, and 20 millimeters. There you go. I'll shrink that in a little bit. And that looks pretty good. Hit close. Now I'm going to want to change my angle, get a better angle so I can see a good viewpoint of everything here. Change my angle. Now I'm ready to make my video. And there's other things you could do. I don't need to really rotate it much, but I'm going to press play. And you can see how the parts come together. Okay, if you have your own computer, I would recommend trying to record it to make sure it records. This presentation file will not take as much space as a rendered video will, because a rendered video by definition will be higher quality. This is a pretty simple video, and the quality is decent, but sometimes it's not as good as the rendered video images. Well, that's it. We've made a presentation file and an assembly file and shown how our parts kind of come together. Good luck doing this yourself.